Alright, let's go out here, and before I show you this load, I already know it's a trash load. It's the worst load of beans I have ever brought down here. Wet pods, worn out rasbars, wet stems, flooded out sections of fields. It just ain't what it should have been. Everything's got a reason, everything's got a cause. But that's it. And I have never had that many unshelled pods and that many sticks and stems and that much debris on any load I have ever produced in the 18 years I've been playing this game. Well, let's see if we can find somebody to grade it and buy it and be rid of it. Up there and got a little shock. Door was locked. I looked in the window and the man sitting there eating lunch. And according to my no watch, oh wait a minute, got this modern convenience thing here. Yeah, 11:34. Yeah, early lunch. Get it out of the way. That's all right. I'm not in a hurry. It rained last night. I guess you can see by the moisture look here, it rained here too. So I don't know, this is by the strange hours of a person working in a retail shop. Today is actually my Sunday. In the real world, it's actually Friday. But ground's too wet. I went out and looked at it this morning and walked over to places that I want to go with a combine with wore out tires, and it just ain't possible. But I've got next Saturday off, real Saturday, you know, and I emailed Cousin last night. He's been so busy with his job and all of what he's got going on, he just hadn't been available to help me this year. But I told him that I've got Saturday, I think it was the 26th, not tomorrow, which is real Saturday, but next Saturday, Saturday a week away. And maybe things will dry out and he'll be around and we'll take that little combine and see just how stuck we can get it, or if we can fight it through the wet spots and pick some beans. With him around, you know, either drive the combine or the 40-20, you get it stuck, no big deal, you just, you know, pull it out. And he's got that really nice long chain that he owns. All I got is a bunch of little short pieces you can hook together, but they're enough. So maybe we can get out there next Saturday and finish. There's a 2-acre field that's gorgeous, still looks good. If I can catch it with the right moisture in the pods, I need to close up the space between the rasbar and the concave just a little bit. That field probably do 50, 55 bushels to the acre if I can get them in the combine. That's the trick. Is, you know, late as it is in the season, you got weather damage on beans that have been in the field this long. And then there's the 6-acre catastrophe field that I was in yesterday. That field got planted late, went 21 days after planting with super heat and no rain, then flooded twice with 2 different hurricanes that came across. So it was pitiful. You know, there was bare spots, thin spots, 1 or 2 thick spots had already been degraded by the amount of time the beans had stayed in the field. It's just been one of those years. 2005 was a wet year. Rutted up fields, made a mess, slugging it out, fighting through. 2015 was a wet year. Cousin was around. He was driving combine a lot that year. In fact, he harvested most of the crop that year. And he slugged it out and fought it through and made some serious ruts in about every field. I fixed them with a disc. And that was the year that we messed up the V-belts, those V-belts that put power on the variable speed sleeves. And those belts were slipping so bad and stretched and glazed over that they just had to be replaced. And those things were expensive. And then this year, 2018 crop, of course this is January 2019, but 2018, super wet, phenomenal. 2015 was so wet around here it caused a seed shortage for 2016. I ended up planting a bunch of Group 5 beans because that was all I could get. And did some research, and have done some research this year on Group 5s. Group 5s need to be in the ground super early, 1st of April. They need to get in the ground. Short growing season, they need to get a head start. And if you don't have the nutrients in the soil, then you better put some fertilizer on them. Get them on up and get them to make. Every time I've ever planted Group 5s, I planted them too late and I didn't fertilize them. So there's the problem right there with those. But I think I'm going to be faced with 2019 planting. We'll end up having to use Group 5s. So with the knowledge I picked up from some research, I'll get them in the ground 1st of April early, get some fertilizer on them, and since they're going to be credenza Liberty Link, I expect something out of them. This is the first year in 5 years I haven't had to stop combine every 100 yards, about average every 100 yards, and take a knife and cut Morning Glory out of the reel. First year in 5 years I haven't had Morning Glory wrapped around the rasbar cylinder so bad that spend hours getting that untangled. Yeah, the herbicide for the Liberty Link program did wonders on the farm this year. Really, really cleaned things up. I'm going to stick with that program probably about 4 years. Sickle pod, I had some breakthrough on that. We'll do a little better applications this year and see if we can't knock those spots down. But anyhow, I'm just standing here rambling while the young man inside up there finishes his lunch. And I think I'll grab my cigar and work on that a little bit. Maybe it hadn't gone out. It's about 50 degrees out here today. Feels pretty good. Rain's supposed to come in here tomorrow and get real wet again. Let's see if this thing's still lit. Nope, went out. Well, talk to y'all later. Everybody, thanks for watching my channel. Bye, y'all.